Hi, this is Engineer Khalid and today I will tell you block work and plaster procedure in the buildings. I will tell you step by step for the block work and the plaster, and I will cover the interview questions in the block work and plaster. So this block work and plaster, first of all, we should have the approved drawing and the approved materials. To start the block work, this is the approved block work drawings. It will tell you the dimensions of blocks, the thickness of blocks, the dimension of room, the type of blocks, everything. The approved block work, we have here the AC block, which is the low density block. Its density is only 550 kg per cubic meter. It is used for the non-load bearing walls, and we are using the cement blocks also 2200 kg per cubic meter density. It is used for the load bearing walls. Also, it is used around the cavities and the shafts and openings. These are the approved block work and plaster accessories. So this is a GI mesh for the block work and plaster approved accessories. This is a block work plaster material approved accessories GI corner bead and other block work and plaster approved accessories. This is the plaster stopper. Plaster stopper is used where in the same wall we have plaster and the marble and ceramic. This is as a plaster stop or stopping point. This is anchor, wall anchor or hold fast. This is the connection between the block work and the concrete structure. So let's start from the block work. First of all, under the block work, we will apply a damp proof course under all the block to avoid the dampness. Then we will start the block work layout. We will install one layer of block in the whole floor. Why will fix the one layer of block in the whole floor? Just to cross check the dimensions are okay, the sizes are okay, and everything is fine as per the drawings. Then we can proceed for the next layers. So now we are starting the step by step next layer. You can see in the next layer we have fixed the GI mesh. Just keep in mind we are using the GI mesh every alternate layer. We should use every alternate layer GI mesh. It means in the one layer we use the GI mesh and other will keep only the mortar, and again we use the GI mesh. This is GI anchor or the wall anchor or the wall tie or the hold fast. This is used as a connection between the block work and the column or the concrete structure, and it is fixed with the gun. This also will be used alternate layers. It means in one layer we use the GI mesh and the other layer we using the hold fast or the anchor alternatively. So in the one day we will fix around 5 to 6 layers of the blocks or our maximum until the lintel level. So once we reach the lintel level, we cast the lintel. It can be a concrete lintel as you can see here, or it can be a GI lintel as you can see from here. It depends upon your project whether it is a concrete lintel or it is a GI lintel. Both are okay, no problem. So now after the block for full height, you can see that this is the last block, and then the last block we have fixed again the ceiling tie or the ceiling anchor. This is the connection of the block work with the ceiling. Here you can see if the length of block work is more than 4 meters, we have the vertical post, and if the height is more than 3 meters, we have the horizontal beams. Here you can see the block per full height is done. You can see the last block line is full, and if there is any cut piece, it should be in the second last layer. We will fix the door subframes. In our project we have this plywood door subframes. After we fix the door subframes, here you can see we have fixed the plywood door subframe for the all. Our block for full height is finished and the door subframe are fixed. We have electrical conduits in the walls. So in the walls we will do the marking where we have the electrical conduits and sockets. We'll do the little grinding and chip off. Just keep in mind we should not damage the block work. We'll fix the PVC pipe, electrical sockets, and after fixings we will cover with the mortar. After covering with the mortar, pairing with the mortar, we have to fix a GI mesh on the repair. If we will not fix the GI mesh on the repair, it might crack at these areas. So now this is the plaster preparation. We have fixed the plaster dabs. As you can see here, we have fixed the plaster dabs. These are aligned with the door frames and they are aligned horizontally and vertically. This is our reference for the plaster. Here you can see we have fixed a GI mesh on the GI lintel and the concrete lintel and the block work. Here this is a GI mesh between the concrete columns and the block work. Here we have fixed the corner beads and the plaster stops. Just keep in mind, if we will not use the GI mesh, the plaster might get cracks. Here we have used the GI mesh between the corners of the block. Why we are using GI mesh between the corner block and between the concrete and the block interfaces? If we will not use the GI mesh, it might get cracked. Now we have started the plaster. We are doing the spray machine plaster. There's no difference between the spray machine plaster and manual plaster. Only it is mixed with the machine, and that is mixed by the people. No difference. Now we are smoothing the plaster with a straight edge, and then we will finish the plaster with a troweling. Finishing is going on with a trowel. Just keep in mind, there should be no undulation in the plaster horizontally or vertically, and it will be checked with a straight edge. Now next day we'll start the water curing for the plaster. The water curing will be done for 3 days, morning and evening. After all our blockwork plaster is finished, the curing is finished. Now we'll check the quality of our plaster, whether this plaster has a good bond with the blockwork. We'll do the plaster pull off test. So this plaster pull off test will tell us that our block and the plaster has good connection, good bonding. So thank you very much. If this information is good and you like it, please subscribe so that you can get my other videos. Thank you very much.